I love you all through the town. The wheels on the bus say open and shut. Oh, I guess the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. Good morning to you, Julie. Good morning. I enjoy kid shows. I really do. I really do. I really do. And by the way, I talked about it the other day, and I just got to come clean with you. I just got to come clean. Thank you, Jack Taylor. I got to come clean with you. I talked about my laundry the other day, and it's still there. You notice the pile's gotten smaller. And the only reason the pile's gotten smaller is because I've been picking from it. And I know it's not only me. I know I'm not alone. I know probably at least half the world, I'm going to talk for a little bit, let's be productive. At least half the world probably does laundry. Because I've been married twice. I've seen other people do it. And puts the laundry in their basket and puts it by their bed. And plans to fold it and put away at some point, and never kind of happens. Hello, Lego Bricked. So anyway, thank you all for joining. My name is Ken Tracy, and I'm going to wear them again. I know I'm going to wear these socks. It's so fun picking out socks when they're special socks. Good morning, Donna Smiles. I'm going to pop on my socks while we're talking, so I'll be really ready for my day. But as I was saying, blah, 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 blah. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. No, it's not sing a kid's song with Ken. No, it's not put on Ken's socks with Ken. It's actually a show called Coffee with Ken. And this is a show that I've been doing for a long, long time. Good morning, Yvonne. I'm not losing weight. There's no way I'm losing weight. There's no way. I just think it's a dark shirt. It's thinning. You know, I'm not fat. Hold on, let me finish my story. But I'm not fat, but I'm just kind of at the high. I got a little belly. And I think what saves me from losing weight is my arms are atrophying from total lack of exercise. So while my muscles deteriorate, all what used to be a bicep just goes into a little bit of fat around my belly. But I think I'm doing okay. Anyway, this is a show I've been doing for a while, and it is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings. It's a show that I do live every morning at 8 o'clock here from Naperville, and it's kind of a gray, dark day. I like to give you a tour of what we are looking at. I live in a small 2-bedroom, 1-bath ranch here in Naperville on the north side of town. I live with my beautiful dog, Holly, who's, I don't know, kind of giving me a guilty stare now. Not unusual for Holly. And why do they keep asking polls? I'm not going to answer the polls. They're throwing out polls. But anyway, it's a show about me talking, as you guys know. But it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. I live in Illinois. I'm in Naperville, Illinois, which is a town. Yeah, she is a great dog. She's an English Springer Spaniel. She looks like somebody was partying last night. And that somebody was me. Hold on here. You guys are talking about blueberry coffee and saying how amazing it sounds. Good morning, Scott Concrete. All right, Trey, yeah, cool. It's a nice town, isn't it? But anyway, it's a show about me talking, and it wasn't really much of a party. There's only 2 beers here, and they're both non-alcohol. Beck's and Heineken. I'll tell you what, for those outside or those out there that are watching today and like the taste of a beer, but don't want any of the alcohol, I'll tell you what, these non-alcoholic beers taste pretty dang good. The Beck's, the Heineken, the Budweiser, What else have I had? I mean, I've had several. They all taste pretty dang good. And as I say, almost every day, it's about 2/3 of the enjoyment without any of the alcohol. It smells like blueberry muffins. Well, that does sound good, Terry. You might have won me over with that. Good morning, Captain Kenny. Captain Kenny, I always feel sad because you're like a hit and run visitor to my lives. You stop in, exude friendliness to me, almost jolliness. You're so friendly, and always say sweet, loving things outside of that first conversation when we had when you said you didn't like me. But we've grown. But you're always gone so quickly. It makes me sad. I was playing some classical music during my show yesterday, and we got some positive feedback. So I'm going to do it again, see how you guys feel. I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. Right now we're listening to Tchaikovsky and Ellington, the Nutcracker, Sugar Rum Cherry. So many things remind me of Seinfeld. There was a episode where Elaine worked for Mr. Pitt. And for some reason, Elaine was the super genius at naming big bands or something like that. And there was a contest on the radio. Do you guys remember the episode I'm talking? Hello, chunk of change. There was a contest, I think, on the radio where Mr. Pitt, this old dude, the winner of the contest, and it was some big band radio station, would go, I think it would get to hold Woody Woodpecker in the Macy's parade. And Mr. Pitt had Elaine working for him, and she was freaky good and would know the name of this big band or this performer or this orchestra or whatever. And he called in, or she called in for him or whatever, and he won. And I think he got to hold Woody Woodpecker in the Macy's Day Parade in New York on Thanksgiving. And I don't know. Good morning, Joy. So many conversations conversations bring up memories to me of Seinfeld. And I think I'm just that age. I was had gotten out of college, or I was actually finishing college when Seinfeld was getting started in like 1989. I honestly didn't watch it for several years, and a lot of people say I sound like Seinfeld. I don't know. Hello, Cindy Strickland. Good morning, Kathleen Fife, I believe your name is. Fife? That sounds like British. Are you British? You like the classical music, Jack Taylor? Does everybody else? It doesn't distract from my smooth voice or my fascinating conversation, does it? Hello, Nora. I'm not at all like Seinfeld? Okay. Have I had the spicy coffee? I'd be somewhat intrigued of spicy coffee. I think I spat a little coffee. Okay, so we got a couple, 2 thumbs up for... all right, Scott Concrete must be about, I don't know. Again, I was graduating college in 1990, got it out into the real world, and like 92 or 93, I just started watching it every day. And it's such a silly little show. Silly little people going through their silly little lives in New York City and relationships and work and little stories that are funny. And I don't know. It's kind of about this show. Hi, Shannon. Hello, Nora. Hello, Leela. Leela, are we going to talk politics again? I'm just teasing. I don't want to talk politics. I'd like to over a cup of coffee, but it's hard on social media. Aloha! It's Dog the Bounty Hunter. May God be with me. Dog, I hope you follow my show and promote me on your show. I never actually watched an episode of Dog the Bounty Hunter. I know what he looks like, but I never watched an episode. I've never been into shows like Cops. I'm not even into reality shows. I mean, I watched my fair share of The Real World. Thank you. I watched my share of The Real World, but I never watched like Cops or whatever. And I watched the very first couple seasons. I mean, you can't have the very first couple seasons for the record, but the very first season of what do they do on the island? And that one dude won. I don't know. Do I watch many sitcoms? Jack Taylor, not these days. Not these days at all. I watch a little bit of the news more than I probably should. CNBC, as you know. Holly got her second big rawhide bone. She's pretty proud of it. I don't know if you can see. She's got it lined up with her piggy on the floor. She doesn't totally know what to do. You need to binge some Netflix. I don't know. I watched Netflix before. No, I watched The Crown. I did watch the first, 3 or 4 seasons of The Crown. And did enjoy it. I like how it's kind of historical and kind of entertaining rolled into one thing. Three's Company. I don't know. I watched Three's Company, of course, because I'm of the age. But I never really thought it was that good. All in the Family, obviously, is good. You're requesting a Crown special episode. I mean, I haven't watched it. My wife and I used to watch it. She's into that kind of stuff, too. And, okay, we got another 2 thumbs up for the... And now you need to read Spare. Leela, I would have to put on my glasses. Nora, how old are you? You must be a baby. You must be a little bit of baby. If you don't know what those shows are. Yeah, I don't know what all of them are. You guys just talk amongst yourselves. Wild Wild West. It started with like a cartoon beginning. No, I am not a big Elvis fan. Nothing personal. I'm just not a big Elvis fan. I don't have sideburns. You know. There's that one song he sings that I think I danced with my wife at our first wedding. It was sweet. Good morning, Nunya. Good morning, Nunya. So I'm just going to sit here and drink some coffee. Good morning, Live in Recovery. Is it Friday the 13th? Oh, Lisa Marie? Oh, is she the one that was married? Is that Jack, or is that Elvis's and Priscilla's daughter? Is that Elvis and Priscilla's daughter, Lisa Marie? She was very pretty, I think. She died. Sad. It's sad when anyone dies. She was 54. Yeah, she wasn't that old. Hey, Peggy from Philadelphia. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm 54. I had a friend. I was venting to a friend the other day. I'm going to kick back and grab my coffee. Well, let me have a little sip of coffee. Again, I pour it, and I never drink it because it's kind of fun. It's like we're all just having a conversation. I used to think I was the star of this show. You guys could give a damn about me talking here. You guys go on and have your little conversation. I'm kind of like going, hey, hey guys, I'm here too. It's like you guys have a tight circle, and you guys have a tight circle, and I'm sitting here tapping, going, hey guys, can I talk? Can I talk? Was your mom a loyalist to the Crown or against? Certainly not. She was never that politically charged. Never that politically. I mean, she was totally politically charged in her later years. But she certainly never expressed any dislike. I think the Crown is very popular in Britain. I think royalty is very loved. Probably, for most British people, Scotland, and somebody was watching from Wales the other day. I assume Welsh people like the Crown. I think it was very devastating when Queen Elizabeth passed. Hi, Holly. Do you want to go out back? Or do you just want to pet? I'm going to pet her. Yeah, but not all of Scotland, Leela. No, I understand the history of it. Mel Gibson wanted to be independent. Freedom! I don't know what's that. No, it was... I traveled through Scotland. I never felt there was any... It's not like in Ireland where there's, bombs being blown up to separate the Catholics and the Protestants or whatever's going on over there. I just don't think. I think the Scottish people I've met. I was over there during a wedding. I forget who it was. Prince. I forget who was getting married. What's the redhead? Fergie, and who'd Fergie marry? I don't know. Movie. Thank you, Jack Taylor. Thank you, Jack Taylor. I knew you'd know. I know you know. Here, and have us guess which one. It'd be too easy. Andrew, thank you, chunk of change. Was he icky? Evil? Holy crap. I think people talk bad about me. I just saw 2 women call Prince Andrew icky and evil. And I not saying he wasn't. I just don't know why he was icky or evil. And I'm not arguing. I just don't know. Holly's kicking me right now, so I'm going to see if she wants to go out back. And don't feel bad for Holly. We just got back from a really nice walk. And, Holly, you coming out back? She likes to take her bone out back. I gave her the bone this morning, and she does what she does. She hops around. And you guys, for those that have dogs, look at her. Look at her. But for those that have dogs, you guys probably know what I mean, because I've had a few dogs, and they all do the same thing. You give them a bone, and I don't mean the stereotyped dogs in this sort of world, but they'll sit there on the floor, and they'll go, and I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to, make it run away or something. But it's a bone. I like to think Holly's smart enough, thank you, chunk of change, to know that bones don't run away. But you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, isn't it funny, Joy? They're so excited. They're so excited that there's a bone in front of them. And they kind of curl up and look at it and kind of bounce. And it's not even jumping on their hind legs. They use all 4 legs. You know what I mean? They kind of just bounce straight up. And I've had other dogs do this too, and it's so fun. It's so cute. I got to take Holly to the vet tomorrow. Not that that's that interesting, but we have a vet appointment. Her vet checkup's overdue. Ken, what are your thoughts on Harry leaving the royal family? I mean, he should do whatever the heck he wants. He should do whatever the heck he wants. I think, and I don't know much, and I don't like to even gossip, and I don't read gossip magazines, but what's the woman he's married to, Harry, and I don't know. I find them off-putting. Harry, and what's the woman that Harry married? I don't know. Whereas I actually watched the marriage of, was it Kate? Kate and William. Oh, he's an interesting play with the bone and you. Yeah. Meghan Markle. Yeah, I find them a little off-putting. You know, and I don't mean, hey, Terry, thank you for sharing the live. I don't mean to gossip. Maybe they're right, and maybe it was so hell of being a royal. Maybe it was hell being a royal. And I'm sure there's pressures. Holy crap, there's pressures for doing coffee with Ken. Hello, Ty. You know, I get people mad at me just for saying anything. If you're a royal, you know, you're under a microscope. And that's got to be kind of hard. I find them off-putting. I find them going on TV, playing the victim on Oprah all the time. Yet moving to L.A. and, you know, if you want to hide from paparazzi, L.A. is probably not the place you want to go. You know what I'm saying? You know? So, anyway, those are my thoughts. And Kate seems like a really perfect queen to be. I think we could probably all agree on that. And William seems like a respectable dude as well. I find that kinship to William because he lost his hair. You know what I mean? You love Harry, do you? He was in the military. You know, he served, and I guess that's what princes do. And you would think if you're a prince, you know, you'd get like a desk job or something. But he was walking around like in hot zones, and I'm not that military savvy, but I think with like, you know, guns and walking around in places where people are dying occasionally. And now we are fighting Team Harry. Wow, you guys are really passionate. I'm not sure why anyone's Team Harry. I don't know enough. So I don't know enough, but I don't know. Can't imagine that he's, again, any quote I've ever heard by him or Meghan Markle, I don't watch the Netflix show. Is the crown up to Harry and whatever? Mom Peanut, I don't know how you and I get along yet. I haven't figured you out yet. I like your name, Mom Peanut. At first I thought you didn't like me, but you keep popping up. So I appreciate that. Harry has a special. Oh my gosh, no. Chunk of change, are you Team Harry? If Harry has a special, see, that's my problem. Harry has a special. I mean, I guess I got a show called Coffee with Ken, so who am I to judge? But Harry has a special. I didn't know. Hello, Tara Jane. Good morning. What time is it? It's 8:21. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys watched my morning video. I probably got my best night's sleep in a long, long time. I had some ridiculously comical stuff go on the last few days. And some of it's been gossiped about here, and some of it you guys don't even know, and I'm going to save it for a book I read someday. Then I can come back with a fair opinion. Leela, you're trying to argue with me again, Leela. I love you. Good morning. Is that Brad? I so appreciate this. This is so much fun. It's such a nice way for me to start my day. You know, although I started my day several hours ago. For those that watched my morning show, you know on my to-do list is go to the store. And Shannon, here's my thought about the writing. I agree. I thought that as I was talking about it today on the show. And I agree in not putting things off. But I used to write every day and would post it on the other social media site. And it would get a ton of viewers. And I honestly, the words came out pretty beautifully. And some of the words I use in my videos here. Like I did a video with my son Augie. And I actually just read the post I wrote. And the post I did about my drinking, those two that are pinned to the top, are actually posts that I wrote a couple of years ago and decided to add words and some video to. And I think they came out really nice. Both of them are pinned to the top of my page, and I think they're both worth reading. But I used to use writing as a method of coping with anxiety and coping with fear and coping with stress. And I felt I needed it. I'd wake up at 4 a.m. and I'd go, crap, my life's crumbling around me. And I just get out my keyboard, and sometimes even while I'm laying in bed, and I'd start typing, and just words would come out. And I'd sit there and type and type and type, and then I'd end it. And sometimes, after a couple edits, I was really able to write something beautiful, honestly, and would finish it up in a way that I'm getting the chills just thinking about. But honestly, the need for that outlet and the need for that expression, is getting let out through my videos. You know what I mean? I would write if I needed to write. You know, but I'm focusing on videos and focusing on growing TikTok and YouTube. Thank you, Ty. And because I'm able to do this, and I don't know if this makes any sense. But it probably does. Because I'm able to do this, I'm using this as a coping mechanism, as a place to put anxiety, as a place to put fear, just like if you go talk to a therapist. And because I'm able to do this, I don't have the need to write that I used to. And I mean, I still like writing. I bet you Diana might like it. She kind of had troubles with The Crown as well. I'm reading you or watching you guys discuss while I'm pouring my heart out to you about my writing and my deepest emotions. Diana has to be Team Harry. I bet you Diana loves both of her kids, and there is no Team Harry in Diana's life. And I bet you she's somewhere up top looking down and proud of the young men both of her sons became. You know. Thank you, Joy. You can engage. It's cool. I'm sure they're kind of listening. But I mean, yeah. You know, I'm sure she loves both of her kids and is proud of both of her kids. And Diana obviously had some issues with the Queen and stuff as well. He's rich on his own now. Well, I mean, Harry had a good start. He was Prince. I'm coming from way back, but I'm going to run him down. I used to be a fast runner. I used to run cross country and track. I've run, I don't know, probably 8 marathons or something like that. I used to be fast. I'm old now, so I'm not that I'm still running over here if you're wondering what I'm doing. But Harry's got a big lead in terms, no, I cannot do a British accent, in terms of finances. You know, you put my bank account, which, let me tell you, isn't quite the way I want it right now. And you put Harry's bank account. And believe me, money doesn't buy happiness, so I'm not super envious, but it's kind of funny just thinking. It wouldn't be in the same state, country, planet. I can't do accents at all, Jack Taylor, and I find that interesting. I am blown away how certain actors can do accents so well. And yes, they have speech trainers. But who's the guy that did that cool Batman with the Joker? Who's the actor, a good-looking guy, was in The Big Short? Good morning, mountain lover. Good morning, grasshopper. Somebody give me the actor's name. Not Heath Ledger. He was the Joker. You want to buy my St. Andrews paint? Hey, stick around. Christian Bale. Is it Christian Bale? Yeah, thanks, Jack. I figured you'd know. He's British, isn't he? I didn't even know. I saw an interview with him, and he had a British accent. I didn't even know. I've never even seen him talk British before. And I was going, wait a minute. Thank you, user, for following the host. Grasshopper, are you Ken's cousin? That's funny. See, Love in Midwest, you're showing some funniness. And most people, I did British from Quebec, Canada. Where are you from? I'm from Naperville, Illinois. Is Christian Bale British? Somebody confirmed that with me. Yeah, Margot Robbie. She's a looker. And I don't often, I don't say I don't often lust for women, but she's a good-looking woman. I have to go to work. Hey, Shannon, thank you. Thank you so much for following. Thank you for being you. No, I'm not Bruce Willis, but I love. Yeah, okay, thank you, Jack Taylor. I had no idea. I've seen him in 10 different movies, and he's always playing a perfect American accent. No, I'm not in the Army. Kate Winslet's good, too. Google says he was born in Wales, but he had a fairly heavy accent, and I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know. I didn't even know. So the reason I'm still talking about this, hello from Costa Rica. Bye-bye, Shannon. See you tomorrow. Is because somebody asked if I could do a British accent. Okay, have a great day, Captain Kenny. Thanks for tuning in. And no, I can't do an accent, and I'm blown away how actors can do almost a perfect accent, like Christian Bale. Sounds totally American in all his movies. Years before, I found out that Hugh Laurie was English. Try an Australian accent. I think that'd be important, RJ. Take a step. It's like a baby step. You can do a Nigerian accent? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Margot Robbie. She was amazing with the accent and some other things on Wolf of Wall Street. Sorry. $10 for my picture? No way. The frame got cracked, and my wife put on a new frame, and the frame itself probably cost, I don't know, $50 or $100. So no, I can't sell my St. Andrews picture for $10. I think I could see crying on cue if I had to. I can easily. Crying is never. Yeah, framing. I don't know what she spent, but she didn't. Somebody did a nice job, and it was
Surprisingly, we were broke at the time. I was going, hey, are you sure you should have spent that much money on Coffee with Ken? We'll focus on season 1 of The Crown. Maybe we could have it playing in the background as I talk. And that was kind of interesting because it's about season 1. It's about stuff I'm really interested in, like World War II times and stuff that was going on. I thought The Crown was a really interesting show. Kind of slower paced, not sit on the edge of your seat. I think for me, somebody asked if Crime on Cue again. I don't know. My emotions are right there. I don't know if I'd be a good actor either, Chunka. Love it, Midwest. We're from the Midwest. Winston Churchill, yeah. Who played Winston Churchill? Third Rock from the Sun. Knight Rider. Team MacGyver. I don't think I ever watched a whole episode of MacGyver. I certainly watched some Knight Rider. I have a huge soft spot for Baywatch. And honestly, it wasn't for just the babes in bathing suits. It was just the perfect amount of cheesy and California. And I actually moved to California shortly after Baywatch came out. I don't know if I wanted to be a lifeguard. I can't even really swim hard. I mean, I could swim. Yeah, Pam Anderson's still alive. Lithgow. You know John Lithgow, he's a good actor. You know what I saw, by the way, and I will just talk movies for a bit. I'll tell you what, Stepdad and Stepdad 2 or Stepdaddy 2 or whatever it's called are great movies. And John Lithgow's in that, and he's funny in that. But I tell you what, what's the one with Sylvester Stallone? I hear Holly kicking the door. Let me go get her. Sylvester Stallone. Great movie. Kind of cheesy, but great movie. Got up a little fast, feeling a little faint. Cliffhanger. Do I like Shrek? No, I don't dislike Shrek, but for some reason, I never saw Shrek. I mean, I may have seen it. But for a guy that's seen Tangled 25 times at least, to have a Disney movie that I'm not totally sure I saw start to finish is kind of strange. And I've seen Tangled a million times. I mean, millions an exaggeration, but at least 25. I saw it the other night. Cliffhanger. John Lithgow was a good scary guy in Cliffhanger. He's been a good scary guy in... Oh, Shrek isn't Disney? Maybe that's why. What do you mean, Joe? I like Unconditional Love. I like My Day Being Better. Dexter, is he I've never seen Dexter. Is it a good one? Apparently so. Yeah, no, he is Lithgow's a kind of psychotic, scary dude. You know? But he also plays kind of a goofy, adorable stepdad of Will Ferrell in Stepdad 2. Have you guys seen Stepdads? Eddie Murphy, yeah. Aladdin. Did he? Hey, Marianne, thank you so much for following the host. And anybody watching, I'd appreciate if you followed the host. I've got a couple of goals in terms of video production, which I like to... not Step Brothers. If you could cast someone to play you in your biopic, which actor and why? Wow, Jack Taylor. I mean, I'd have to say... Bruce Willis, honestly, is way cooler than me. But so many people... Yeah, Harry and Kumar was funny. And I used to smoke a lot of pot, and I promise you we were watching it high. But yeah, a lot of people say Bruce Willis, but I think Bruce Willis is so much cooler than me. And I know Bruce Willis is older. Oh, well, okay, so let's not go with an older dude. Let me dream. It would be somebody super cool. Thank you for following the host. I was saying this last night. I have a couple, thank you, about the dimples. Couple of goals in terms of what I call video production, which is Coffee with Ken. I would like to hit 10,000 followers on TikTok by March 31st, as well as 1,000. I'll get back to that, RJ. 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you guys follow my page, I'd appreciate it. I'm having fun here, and I'm thinking it's growing. RJ, you asked, can I talk pot? I mean, I stopped smoking 14, 15 months ago. Okay, well, I generally like to be up and at 'em, and I think indica is the one that makes you sleepy. Is that true? Because I've heard it's like indica couch, like you just want to lay around. And I'd rather be up and going and cleaning the house or going for a nice walk through the forest or not running, picturing Baywatch again. Me and Pam Anderson and, I don't know, one of the other beautiful women on the other side running on the beach, high as hell. I shouldn't talk about it like I'm promoting pot. I mean, it's legal now, which is weird. I'm not even totally sure that's a good thing. And it's so strange that I quit smoking pot. I mean, for 20 years, I'd go and pick up an eighth at a drug dealer's house. I wonder if I can get arrested for this. And then they make it legal. And I smoked for about a year more and then I stopped. I do not know what a Gurkha warrior is. Thank you for watching from the Philippines. I do fairly well in the Philippines. Strange, I was looking at the analytics today on my page, and for some reason, like 11% of my viewers come from Dallas. Seems like a very specific audience, and really no reason, no rhyme or reason, other than Dallas is a city in America, and it's fairly large. What time is it, by the way? I've talked for 36 minutes. I'm not even slightly a Dallas Cowboy fans. Do I discuss it? No. No. I mean, they knew I drank. They might have known. I mean, my daughters are 16 and 13 now. Somebody asked if I talk about my drinking and smoking with my daughters. They both watch me on TikTok, and I'm sure they lived me drinking all their lives till a year and a half ago. You know, I usually had a Heineken in my hand. And now they see that I don't. And I talk about it. They know I don't. Obviously. It really doesn't seem like it's overly changed our relationship in any... Oh, well, thank you. Changed our relationship in any way. It just never comes up, really. You know, I talk about drinking a lot on here because I'm trying to make this show valuable, and I think a lot of people drink too much, probably. But I'm not judging. You guys like drinking, keep drinking. It's funny, I wear a Sam Adams shirt. I love it, Midwest. That's so sweet. I might. Well, no, I mean, I was talking to my older one, and I told her I hadn't drank in like 12 months, and she goes, Dad, that means I'd probably drank more alcohol than you in the last 12 months. And I'm going, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? You're moving to the Vegas Strip? You know, it's so easy for me to... I have no interest in moving to the desert, really. No, I'm not moving chunk of change to the Vegas Strip. Somebody said they're moving to the Vegas Strip. Saludes. You are from Honduras. That means health. Saludes, right? Or something. It's a salutation, maybe. I kind of know Spanish. Thank you so much for following the host. I'm going to start begging people. My show's going to suck the rest of the way. But anytime anybody pops on, I don't know, Scott Concrete, that's what I was wondering. I'm not sure. I didn't like it, though. I am located in Naperville, Illinois. Do you believe that there is true love in a bald man? What a deep question. I don't think there's such a thing as true love. I think true love's something kind of for fairy tales a little bit. I think love takes work and love takes commitment. And maybe if you get to a place where you're willing to commit and work and fight through it, and because believe me, I got married twice, and I certainly never planned to get divorced twice. I don't think there's like love, true love. I guess I don't believe it. I think love takes work and commitment, and I don't think there's any magic wand that is waved over a couple or when they meet. that makes true love happen. I think it takes two people that are committed to sticking it out and working through things. And maybe that's what true love is, finding that person that's ready to commit with you. So that's my thought on true love. Let's have a little more coffee. Look who's here. Look who's here. She just sits and stares at me. She gets a lot of pets while I'm doing this. I'm going to chug some more coffee. I'm not sure how long I'm going to talk. Lots of work and communication. Yeah, and maybe I'm not good at that because, I'm going through my second divorce. I'm sure I'm not blaming either of the wives. I'm sure they had a role. I'm sure they had a role. But I'm certainly had a role as well. So it's not like it was my ex-wife's fault. I mean, I was there too, and I had a role, and I'm sure they did too. Jack Taylor, thank you so much. I don't know. I haven't thought about lunch yet, Jack Taylor. I've been skimping or saving money lately, so I usually am not dining out these days. I eat at home as often as I can, but I don't know. Bye-bye, Jack. No, everyone loves Jack Taylor. Jack Taylor's very lovable. I've never met him. I didn't know he was as tall. He's 6 feet tall. Did you guys know Jack Taylor was 6 feet tall? Bye-bye, Jack. But anyway, I'm looking forward to my day. As I talked about this morning, I get to pick up my little nugget of love, Augie, at 3 o'clock today. And I'm looking forward to that. And might spend the night. You're from Chile? Okay. Chile's probably a neat place. I'd like to go to Argentina or Chile or Peru. I think South America would be interesting. You know? Maybe Brazil as well. Although I know a little Spanish, and Portuguese would be a little hard if I went to Brazil. I know it's similar, but it's different. Have you been out of the country? Yes, I mean, if you count Canada and Mexico, of course, but I've been to, all right, Leo, thanks for watching. I've been to Scotland several times, and no, I'm not an NBA player, but I've been to Scotland several times. My mother grew up in Scotland, and I've been exactly where that picture is at St. Andrews, and really enjoyed my visits there. And I have a ton of cousins that live over there. And I did not go to I did go to Glasgow. 1 year we flew in. Maybe 2 years we flew in there. But my $45, no. I'd probably take $500 to sell that picture, to be honest with you, Brad. I know you're kind of kidding. But this picture, I don't even think I'd sell it for $500. I don't think I'd even sell it for $500. This picture means something to me. I've had it. I don't even know where it originally came from. I wouldn't sell it for any amount of money, I don't think. Thank you. I remember I was in the basement of my first house I had with my first wife. No, not 501 RJ, although if anyone goes 501.50, I'm sold. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think I'd sell it for anything. Money's just, I need money right now. And if I'm saying I wouldn't sell it for $500 right now, and let me tell you, I could use this guy right here could use $500 right now if anyone's wondering. Means I'd probably never sell it. It means a lot to me. So many people ask about it, and it's got memories of my family and my mom and my grandpa and my cousin and my brothers. Because I was there with my brothers and my cousin Peter and my grandpa Peter, and it's a special place for me, and I love golf, and it's of a golf course. So it's not for sale. Even if I was going to say Donald Trump, but I want to be political. Even if some billionaire came in, Mark Cuban, and said, "I'll buy it for $2 million." I might take the $2 million because that'd be life changing, but I think a lot of me would regret it, if that makes sense. RJ, Seven Bridges I like a lot. The backside is frustrating and can be too challenging, and there's too much water. Somebody just asked me about a golf course. I bet Philippines is a beautiful place for everything. I bet. Philippines is a beautiful country. It's got beautiful people. It's got beautiful women, and I've talked about it before. But I've never been to the Philippines. I've never been out far east at all. I've never been to Japan or anywhere over in Asia. Just Todd, I own pings, and they're funny. What are they? Which ones are they? I even forget. I haven't golfed. I used to golf like 3 times a week, and over the last couple of years, it's down to maybe 5 times a year, and usually on outings. I won a poker tournament at a buddy's house where we played. It was like rounders, and it was high all in or whatever. And there was maybe 20 guys there, and everyone bought in for $100, and the winner paid for the drinks and the pizza or whatever we ate, and then kept the rest of the money. And I won, and it was I don't know, I had like $1,500 left, so I bought a set of ping. After the Ping I2 type things, but I forget what Ping, not Ping Zing. I'm totally drawing a blank, and I don't play them well, but I used to for a while, and I spent that money on the irons, and I've had them around, but they're probably like 20 some years old now. It's amazing how time flies. They were all cutting edge at the time, but they're not cutting edge anymore. I enjoy golf, but I suck now. I suck so bad that I almost don't even enjoy it. If that makes sense. Hey, Mountain Mama, where have you been? Is that another person from Philippines? How many people do we have from the Philippines right now? I'm huge in the Philippines. That's so weird. TikTok's strange. There was a time like 3 or 4 weeks ago that I had several people from Africa tuning in. Yeah, RJ, you do. You do. And I'll tell you, excuse me. I talk a lot about addictions on my videos. One thing I was addicted to was chewing tobacco. And I think I golfed so much because I used to chew tobacco while I golfed, and it was almost an excuse to chew tobacco. I mean, I like the competition. I like the camaraderie. I like being out in nature, of course. But it was also a reason for me to go to a putting or chipping green or driving range. Because if I had to, I'd put in pouches. But no, it was generally Skoal Mint was my favorite flavor. But I'd chew whatever was available. I tell you what, it's a nasty habit, and it's a very dangerous thing to start because I was on my brother's bachelor party in like 1992 or 93, and we were going. It was beautiful. We were stayed at this awesome cabin on the lake, some lake in Colorado, where we did trout fishing, and we did whitewater rafting on these little one-man kayaks. Were they called duckies or something? They were inflatable. But we went down I think it was the Colorado River. It was through rapids. It was awesome. On the van ride out, though, the guy that organized it, a buddy of ours named Steve, or didn't organize it, was on the trip, I guess, named Steve, had either Kodiak or something, and I put in a pinch just because, I don't know, it was a bachelor party. I thought I'd be doing it. About halfway on the ride out to the river, I started feeling a little warm. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I started feeling like warm and sweaty, and then my head started spinning. And let me tell you, if you're nobody should chew tobacco, but if you ever try chewing tobacco, make sure you remove it before the buzz starts, because by the time the buzz starts on your first go, you're about 2 minutes away from getting sick. And let me tell you, it was a very painful, gross, horrid, sick feeling, like even worse than alcohol overconsumption, which isn't pretty either. Throwing up's not good. But it was so nasty, and I'm glad that I was able to rally and enjoy the whitewater rafting. Can I use coffee instead of tobacco? No. Coffee's not the same. People say, well, you're addicted to coffee now. Coffee's a totally different, barely noticeable buzz. You know what I mean? And buzz is not even the right word. But it's not like alcohol or pot or nicotine. I talk about this. I'm not I don't smoke, but for a year and a half I did. I'd still, if I was bored, smoke a cigarette. Not that it's cool or anything, but just I haven't sworn off smoking cigarettes. I don't. But every once in a while you want to feel that little spinniness. And even cigarette smoke is a buzz where coffee isn't really, I don't think. I love it. I'm picking up a few followers. I so appreciate that. I really, really, really do. And I really, really, really hope to hit. I've got it written down, and I talked to my business planner last night, as I said, and we talked about some goals. And I was at a point where my goal was to make it through the day a lot of times. My goal's been to make it through the day. I've been going through a lot of stuff and feeling the weight of the world on me. And I told my business planner, I don't even have any goals. And then I go, wait a minute, I do. And I was embarrassed to say it because a lot of people poo-poo TikTok or social media or videos or whatever. But I told her I wanted to hit 10,000 followers on TikTok by March 31st, which is 2.5 months from now. And again, 1,000 on YouTube subscribers, and see what happens. And hey, Joy, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Joy. You're a good person. Hey, wow, thank you for following the host. I appreciate it. I got to plug myself more. I might go live tonight. I kind of enjoy going live at night as well. It's kind of a different vibe. I'm hoping I have my little nugget of love, Augie, stay over tonight. I'm going to have him over today. Hello, it's from Thailand. I'm hoping he sleeps over because he's the sweetest little angel. So I might go live. If I can get him to bed by, I don't know, 7:30 or 7:45 tonight. It might be like 8 o'clock, RJ, maybe. And I don't know, and no promises or don't commit to me. But again, he usually falls asleep 7:30, 7:45. And if I do, I might go live at 8. Somebody asked, is he easy to get down to sleep? Yeah, when he's tired. I'm not one that's... And again, his mom has the most nights, so I'm not trying to say... Because some people get... I only have him, every week, maybe if I'm lucky. He stays over maybe every 2 weeks. But I'm not one to say, it's 7 o'clock, it's your bedtime, you have to go to sleep. If he's ready for sleep, I know it. Like, we'll be cuddling on the couch and he'll go, he'll start looking really tired. And when he's really tired, he's easy to go down to sleep. But if I was one that said at 7 o'clock he's got to be in bed, I doubt he'd be that easy to go to sleep, if that makes sense. So if he's not ready for sleep, I let him crawl around and we watch TV and we might knock a ball back and forth. He doesn't totally get that the ball's supposed to come back to me. He's learning that. But he likes swatting it, and it goes off in any direction. And I don't know, he's a beautiful little angel, and I'm looking forward to seeing him at 3. Because I had my meeting with my business planner last night. My wife and I switched days, and I have him on a Friday night. I have some friends down the street who have a family pass to DuPage Children's Museum, which is here in downtown Naperville. And I've actually never been, which is ridiculous. But their only night they're open is Friday nights. And I usually don't have Augie on Fridays, so I've never gone with him. And I might reach out to them and see if they're available to maybe go tonight. And I had a different friend ask me for pizza tonight at Mod's Pizza, for those that know it. I think Mod's Pizza is really good. And if I don't do DuPage Children's Museum, which I hope to, maybe I'll meet my buddy out with Augie for pizza. He and I love eating pizza together. And again, I love showing him off and sharing him a little bit, because he has a gift that he offers this world, and I'm going to start getting emotional and teary-eyed. He makes people happy. He brings people joy. And he's the sweetest little angel, and he makes eye contact, and he has such a zest for life. Although, in the last month, he's learned how to make a sad face. I don't even know where it came from. But one day he started throwing it at me and going, where'd that come from? You've never made a sad face. I mean, he's cried a few times, of course. But he knows, I think, he can get a certain reaction from his mom or I. by throwing a sad face. Somebody asked about gambling. That's a long topic, and I want to go in a couple minutes. Hey, Uganda, I'm glad. I've been wondering where my African watchers are. For a while, I was really hot in Africa, and I'm not right now, or haven't been right now. I hope you guys all follow my page. I'd like to get to 10,000 followers in the next 2.5 months. I enjoy TikTok. I started in November of last year. I have a ton of fun doing videos. No, I'm not going to do a 2-hour live. I think when I go over an hour, it's a little harder to edit. I am from America. I'm from Naperville, Illinois, which is Central America, about as central as it gets. Not really true. You know, it's more east than west. But if you looked at like the population center of America, I bet Illinois is probably right about there. Am I single? I am currently married and I'm going through a divorce. I'm working on myself, and I don't think I'm emotionally even slightly ready to date. There'll become a point soon. I'd love to take a woman to a movie or something, because I miss that. I'm not above going to movies by myself at all, but I'd like some camaraderie and watch a movie with a woman. But I'm not ready to date even close, because it's been a challenging year, and I've done a lot of crying, and I'm still working through some emotions, and I don't know. I think people date too soon after relationships. And I think that next relationship would have no chance. If I dove into a relationship right now with a woman. I mean, I'm still married. I'm not even divorced yet. But if I did, I just think the relationship would have no chance. And for me, I tell you what, I think breaking up from a relationship is horrifically painful. I usually miss the person I break up with a lot. And I also feel like a jerk because I hurt them. There's nothing good about breaking up. It hurts everybody. So I'm enjoying being by myself. I appreciate it, Just Todd. I'm enjoying Holly and I got a lot of work to do. I got a ton of things I got to accomplish in life. And, I'm okay doing it by myself right now and loving on my kids and loving on my dog and working on me a little bit and working on a new career and finding joy in little things. And that's what I'm focusing on. So anyway, I so appreciate you guys. I really do. I don't want to talk for over an hour. It makes it harder to, I don't want to go into the story, but it makes it harder to edit these videos and resplice them and create more videos if I do. I'll probably pop on live later today, either during the afternoon or evening. I so appreciate you guys watching it. This is my new coping mechanism. I used to rely on drugs and alcohol to cope. And it's weird. You stop drinking and smoking pot. Suddenly you got all these emotions. You don't know what to do with them. So what I'm doing is I'm talking on video and, enjoying it. And hopefully it helps you guys a little bit as well. So I so appreciate you for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.